Good afternoon. This is the then and now video reflection prompt submission where the text who decides. Then, within my ELA classes, how much freedom were you afforded in choosing what to read? In middle school and high school, that's so long ago. No, we usually had like a syllabus that we were working on. We usually had a syllabus that had what books we would be reading, and then we would have to get a set from the library. Within your ELA classes, were you able to choose different genres like graphic novels or more traditional genres? When we went to the library, we were allowed to pick whatever books we wanted. But like I said, we had a set list that we were focusing on. Or she would say, this week we're focusing on fictional, and we would have to get a fictional book, but we could pick whatever book we wanted. It just had to be in the specific genre. If you were granted a fair amount of choices, how did your teachers manage it? I mean, we had an hour in the library. We picked our book, and then we had to do like what were they called? Like a chapter summary. So to just keep us accountable on reading the book, we would have to turn in a paper every week. The same paper, we're not wasting paper, but same paper with our work on it. Outside of your ELA classes, did you have a choice in what you read? Of course. My mom used to take us to the library every Saturday, and we picked out a new book. Long as we were reading, long as we were learning, she didn't care. I usually stuck to romance books. Gilmore, amongst many others, argues that we may be driving some adolescents away from reading by not providing much or any choice in what they read at school. Did you experience this as a secondary student yourself? Not really. I mean, every assignment wasn't super exciting, but for the most part, we got our work done and made it the best of our ability. Okay. I don't know anything about my friends or classmates, especially in 6th grade. I have no idea. Do you plan on offering students some opportunities for choosing text and genres in your classroom? If so, what will this look like? I mean, I can give them the freedom to look up certain players or certain injuries or certain nutrition facts, but if I'm being honest, there's not a lot of reading going on in PE besides like their do now or their health lesson. Gilmer focuses a lot on ELA classrooms in his article. For those of you teaching in another content area, what are the challenges in offering students choice in text that perhaps ELA teachers don't necessarily have to face? Like I said, I teach PE, so there's not a lot of reading going on, and as much as I can pull from the library, I can't really get every book that they're focused on, nor is there a time for me to walk my PE classes down to pick out the book that they want. So I won't even say I usually, because I rarely do this, but if we're doing nutrition, I ask her for as many nutrition books that she could spare, and they can pick out of that bucket, but that doesn't mean they're getting exactly what they wanted. For teachers who offer students choice in text, what do you think is the most effective and doable way of them ensuring the choosing texts that cover the content and skills that the classroom curriculum and standards demand? I think the best way to get them to get the right books is give them a list. This book must have these requirements. If it's not on your reading level, you can't get it. If it's not on task, you can't get it. Gilmore references a bookstore to start his article. Do you remember bookstores? Bookstores? Kinda. When we went to the thrift store, there were always books there that she would let us get. They were $1. But as far as bookstores, not really. We went to the library. I hope that this gave you enough data from me, and it gave you the opportunity to get to know me a little bit. I'm from Clarksville, Tennessee, so a lot of libraries. Thank you for your time. Good night.